Wildcat hockey. There's an atmosphere to this game. The icy chill that hovers in the air. The rumble of dedicated fans against the glass. The sound of metal carving its path. Someone once said hockey was figure skating in a war zone. They weren't exactly wrong. There's an athletic tradition at the University of Arizona. One that isn't deterred by cacti or blistering heat. A tradition of hard work, perseverance, and preparation. A tradition of camaraderie and of school spirit. It grants us hope when times are hard and makes us strong so we can rise to our feet again. This tradition, it lives inside these players, and it lives inside their fans. So join us. We're ready to bear down. And something tells us you are too.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena as we get ready to drop the puck on the 2023-2024 season. Tonight, ASU comes to town to kick off the Cactus Cup Series as your Wildcats look to become six-time consecutive Cactus Cup champs.
It's extremely important for us. I mean, it's going to be a great experience for us. I've never played our home opener against ASU, so I'm just super excited to, be back to TCC and be in front of that huge crowd we always get against them. They mean everything to me. I mean, like I said earlier, this is my first time playing them in a home opener, and I mean, every game we play against them at the TCC, the crowd just goes wild. So I'm just super excited. I can't wait till Saturday. I've been itching to get out there and play against them.
Yeah, it's been great. Butch, Fish, Jess, and I have just been telling everyone at the end of the day it's just a regular game, but we're all excited. It's a rivalry game. It's going to be fast-paced, physical, so we're all excited. Just the energy in the building. It's probably going to be a packed house once again. It's awesome to play in front of the best fans in college hockey. I'm really excited. It was a long summer, long off season, but I'm ready to get going.
Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to the first Bear Down breakdown of the season with head coach Chad Berman as we head into the home opener against ASU. Coach, how important is this first game for this team to get started on the right foot, especially in terms of the Cactus Cup?
Yeah, I mean, we've not gotten off to a good start the last 2 years, so certainly it's been a priority going into the season, no matter who we're playing. And then obviously you add to the fact that you're playing your in-state rival. It doesn't matter if it's a thumb war, we want to win that game. So certainly an important start for us.
And you've spoken in the past about how important these Cactus Cup wins have been over the past 5 seasons. It was a big, point for you when you came into this program. What does it mean to you being able to keep the Cactus Cup in this building for another season?
It means everything. I mean, every year it's goal number 1. Certainly we have more goals than that, but I think that's the starting point of the first thing we want to accomplish. I don't know if I could look at my alumni in the eye without making sure we keep that here. So this means everything to us.
And moving into the first home game of the season, a number of new guys cracking the roster this season. How excited are you about this recruiting class moving into the season?
Yeah, very excited. I mean, especially you combine, we've got a good young core coming back. So anytime you've got a good core coming back and you can build off your core and not replace it, you hope to build some depth and do some good things. We feel like we've had as good of a recruiting class this year as we've had in many years. We're really excited about not just the players, but the quality of the people. And usually that equation works out pretty good. So, I mean, practice has been good. We feel like we're a step better than last year. I know the rest of the league's gotten better too. So ultimately we'll see how we face the challenges and how we go about those things moving forward.
And speaking about the people in the room, some players getting some letters this season, getting that promotion to the leadership core. What have you seen out of guys like Ryan Fisher and John Shively that have made them deserving of that leadership role?
Yeah, just a couple of veteran guys that were really easy decisions. There were other guys we had factored into it too. It's a good problem when you have more captains than you can put letters on. In terms of Fisher, he's a guy who does so many little things right. He's out there early. He's out there late. He's on top of the ball. He cares a lot about this team, the program, beyond the fact that he's a good player and an unbelievable person. So, Fish was something we had in the back of our mind last year. We considered doing, and it just felt like this was the right time to make it happen. And so far, it's been seamless. Shive's another guy, a veteran guy. He's like your neighbor next door that you can go to talk to. So I think he's a really good resource for the guys when they don't want to come to me, don't want to come to one of the other coaches. To talk to a captain like that, I think is a very comforting thing, and obviously a good player as well. But it's the things off the ice and in the locker room that I think really sets him apart.
And with, the changes to the roster this season, the new addition, shuffling some guys around, what can Wildcat fans expect in terms of play style? Will there be anything different from previous seasons? Is there anything fans should really be looking out for over the course of this season, especially at home?
Well, I think it's going to be a really exciting brand of hockey to watch. I mean, we should be an easy sell. We're going to play a fast pace. We're going to play physical. We're going to be gritty. We think we've got the pieces to score a lot of goals this year. And by that, I mean, like we had a good top line last year. We had a solid 2. We really feel like we're 4+ deep this year. Like we've improved our depth. We think that's a tougher matchup. Certainly in this league, if you can't sustain some injuries as things go, you're going to be in trouble, and you're not going to have a chance at any hardware if you can't. So we feel more prepared to make a run this year and to do bigger things. And I think we're a little annoyed by how things have gone lately. And the league's gotten better. So you have to improve. You're either rotting or you're growing. And I feel like we're taking a step forward this year, but ultimately the results will dictate that.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach Berman. Keep an eye out for those announcements about the Utah series coming up September 29th and 30th. We look forward to seeing you at the TCC. Thanks. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena as we get set to drop the puck on the 2023-2024 season. So happy to have you all back with us on the live stream. The home opener this evening, Saturday night, Tucson Convention Center, U of A versus ASU. It doesn't get any better than this. Looking forward into this game and into the season for Wildcat fans tuning in for the first time. Some big additions over the offseason for this program. Keep an eye out, number 8, Brendan Williams, number 9, Justin Hughes. Also, Tristan Swigger and Ari Rossi up front. And on the back end, Luke Busby is hoping to make a big impact with his physical stature on the blue line, as well as his offensive playmaking abilities. We are so happy to be back at the Tucson Arena. Hopefully you can stick with us for the entirety of this season. Do know we have games coming up the 29th and 30th against Utah at the TCC. Hope you can join us in person, if not on the live stream. We will be back to bring you Puck Drop in just a couple minutes. This is Wildcat Hockey. Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to the first Bear Down breakdown of the season with head coach Chad Berman as we head into the home opener against ASU. Coach, how important is this first game for this team to get started on the right foot, especially in terms of the Cactus Cup?
Yeah, I mean, we've not gotten off to a good start the last 2 years, so certainly it's been a priority going into the season, no matter who we're playing. And then obviously you add to the
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. Sebastian Janik joined in the booth by Garrett Kane, who will be multitasking the entirety of this broadcast, but hopefully he'll be able to bring a little bit of his hockey insight and knowledge as we get ready to welcome your Wildcats onto the ice for the first game of the 2023-2024 season in the home opener against ASU. It is a rare opportunity for us to be able to play ASU in the home opener. So much excitement around this team, the roster additions, the returning veterans, some new letters going on Ryan Fisher and John Shively getting assistant captain roles. Jesse Lowell, the captain, Brody Selman still with his A from last season, but some huge additions to this roster. Brendan Williams coming out of an incredible season in the NAHL where he was the playoff MVP, and boy, did he put up a lot of points. 52 points in 55 games for Williams in an incredibly strong league. Justin Hughes, number 9 as well, coming off 14 points in 40 games in the NAHL. Luke Busby on the back end, number 4, coming out of the BCHL. Only 3 points in 18 games, but he's not here mainly for his offense. He's here for his defensive prowess as well. Also, Tristan Swigger, another addition coming into the lineup. His frame might not be huge, but he plays a tough game. And overall, just some incredible additions by Coach Berman in the offseason as we get ready to bring you the starting lineups here at the Tucson Arena.
Starting at left wing, number 18, Jesse Lowell. Starting right wing, number 8, Brendan Williams. Center, number 9, Justin Hughes. Left defense, number 4, Luke Busby. Right defense, number 7, Nicholas Kyoto. And finally, your goalie, number 30, Nicholas Epinen. And coaches for tonight's match, Chad Berman, Anthony Curo, and Justin Plumhoff.
That longtime public address announcer of Wildcat hockey, Joe Pirates, passed away this offseason. We ask that you please join us in a moment of silence to remember Joe and all the incredible things he did to help Wildcat hockey succeed.
Thank you. Your officials for tonight's match are Andrew Gagin, Zach Reese, and Jay Caboo. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for today's national anthem, performed by Annalise Mendoza.
So looking at this starting lineup, out of the starting 6, 3 new players, Justin Hughes and Brendan Williams skating on a line with Jesse Lowell, Nicholas Sepinen in net on the back end, Luke Busby and Nicholas Chioka. Chioka getting his full season in a Wildcat uniform, Busby making his debut. And there is a lot of excitement coming into this season. The locker room has been buzzing. The practices have been incredibly intense. This team has put a lot of expectations on themselves this season, and I'm sure the fans in this building have their own expectations as well. ASU at home, first game of the season. This is absolutely one that the Wildcats need to win to get this season off on the right foot.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very exciting game here, game opener this weekend. Let's see what they do.
So ASU is able to win the first puck drop, and we'll see how the UA's offense and defense, and Jesse Lowell starts the season with a huge hit, absolutely blowing up number 4 for ASU in the corner. And now the U of A will look to break it out. Williams pokes it to center. Now Jesse Lowell. Williams on his wing. Chioka driving down the middle. Over to Williams. Williams shoots. Great save there. Williams almost went top shelf. You can see immediately the possible chemistry between Williams and Lowell. It'll be exciting to see just how that pans out. Tillman tries to force it into the U of A zone, but Chioka, Mr. 4,500 himself. Williams, good stretch pass there. He's able to get to it before the goalie does. And ASU is going to have a little bit of a scramble here to get out of their zone, but they're able to. Gross, he skates it out, gets it over to Butler. Butler brings it over the line, waits, quick shot, and a good deflection by Ryan Fisher in a good spot. So the defensive responsibility of veteran Ryan Fisher, who did get an A this season, showing right away. And that first line rush, Chioka driving down the middle, creating space. Lowell over to Williams, and Williams very nearly scores the first goal of this season.
Yeah, both of these teams came out of the gate really, really fast with a lot of intensity. They're both going back and forth. It's going to be a great game tonight.
So now Gross in to take the faceoff against Selman. Selman wins it back. Fisher around the boards. He gets hit a bit hard there by Butler. Wildcats get that out. The physical game is going to definitely be on display here tonight. Now Tristan Swigger in on the forecheck. Selman, he gets it. Selman, Fisher tries to go deep, can't get it there. Luckily for the Wildcats, the forecheck of ASU not able to intercept that. Unfortunately, not sure who 91 is for ASU. Don't have a number for him on the roster. My eyesight's not good enough to read it, but Sam Myers with a good hit in the corner there. Sam Myers, another physical, gritty player. He's going to be having his first full season at the U of A too. Now, a big hit there.
Get some fresh legs for the Wildcats, also for ASU.
And number 23, Ari Rossi, another physical, gritty player. There's going to be a lot of hitting in this game, I'm guessing. Hodgson tries to break it up at the blue line, takes away just enough space. Rossi off the glass, almost hounded down there by Shetland, not able to. Ari Rossi just goes to throw another big hit on Sanders. Now Dylan Walker with it. Such a dynamic offensive playmaker. Walker, 2-on-1 with Shetland. Walker waits, holds, shoots. Save there by Ham. So the Wildcats putting on some great pressure here. Walker can't dance through a number of players as Sanders is able to get that cross ice. Just a simple dump in there for Kruk. Sepinen will get that for his first hold of the season. And the Wildcats definitely with the better of the offensive flow so far with 17:27 left to go in the first period. So one thing about this Wildcat roster that has definitely been improved from the last season is the depth. Now this fourth line of Will Josephson, he's in to take the face-off. ASU able to win it. Quick shot from the point. Sepinen might not have saw that one from Marchant, but goes wide. That's a quick shot, goes high. So ASU with a shot-first mentality as they get their first couple chances. Chasing behind it is Olsen. And now Olsen looks to break it out right over to Chioka. So Chioka and Busby, going to be fun to watch them as a pair this season. See how they're able to find their chemistry as we go. Now Connor Ziegler tries to get it deep, can't get it there. Takes a hit but stays on his feet. Now down on the far boards. Good job there by Fisher to take away any time and space. Marchant, he can't hold it. Now Josephson tries to go middle to Malco, and it's going to be Chioka. Gets it over, and that's just offsides. Not much to that one.
Yeah, that was a great play there. Unfortunately, it was offsides. Could have had a great opportunity there. Split the defense.
But it's going to be the intensity that the Wildcats really need to focus on keeping up for an entire 60 minutes. Last season, we saw a couple games where the Wildcats came out flying, dominated the flow of play, couldn't quite break through first, and that's going to be key. First goal is going to really set the tone. Either this building is going to explode or it's going to quiet the crowd. Now Justin Hughes over to Jesse Lowell. Lowell drops it back to Williams. Williams tries to take a quick shot. That gets deflected. Now Lowell trying to work it with Fisher. Lowell gets there. Down to Williams. Ref was in the way, fortunately, for ASU, and White's able to ring that one around the boards. Now John Shively and Ryan Fisher, both new assistant captains skating on a pair. Robinson able to pick it off there. Robinson, the biggest addition on the ASU side for this season. So we'll see how he stacks up against some of the new U of A additions. Now a chance maybe for Williams, back to Lowell, into the middle. Hughes tries to find Williams backdoor, just can't get there. Williams turns behind the net, almost able to get it out in front. Cosden just can't hold it in at the blue line. ASU almost poked that pass with a little bit of a breakaway, but Cosden holds it. Happy to take the offsides there. Much better than a breakaway going the other way. 15:38 left to go in the first period.
That was great puck control there by Cosden, making sure that puck didn't slip out there on the boards. So he didn't get that offsides.
So ASU is able to win the faceoff, and now they'll try to get something going. Quick pass up, holds, tries to tuck it on Sepinen. A great save there. So Nicholas Sepinen getting his first season as the starter for the U of A after the departures of Nolan Bavolsik and Anthony Churro. Little bit of Keystone Cops there. No harm done. Brody Selman able to bring it over into the middle. Swigger, shot, he scores! Tristan Swigger with the first goal of the season. Top shelf, over the shoulder. The rookies are going nuts. This kid could be something special for the U of A. I talked about his physical presence, but what a shot there. Selman, Swigger, and Myers, tic-tac goal. What a start to the season for the U of A.
Yeah, that was a great shot opportunity by Tristan Swigger. He's a freshman. He's really showing that he can play on a first line.
He really proved himself, and it's hard to say first, second line. They're both so good. Technically, the second there, but Tristan Swigger making an immediate impact, rewarding Coach Berman for his faith in him. What an electrifying start to the season, but now ASU will look to bring it in. Wildcats really want to keep control, keep that momentum. Don't let ASU get a good first shift here after that goal. So now Busby tries to hold off his man. ASU works it back to the point. Now Marchant, he gets around a man. Marchant goes back door, and the wide open net, and just not able to connect.
Yeah, Marchant definitely has a lot of patience.
Sam Myers, Arizona goal.
So now Rossi, he tries to drop it back. Walker comes in to steal that puck away. Now Walker with it. He puts one on net. Rossi posting up out in front. That gets deflected. So now let's see. Marchant, he tries to dance through a couple players.
Again with Marchant with the being very, very stable with the puck. He waits for an opportunity to come out, and he makes a play out of it.
Yeah, Marchant and Olsen, a pair that I believe skated together last season, if not, two veteran ASU players. Fisher, he gets a little bit tied up in the corner. He's got some support coming with him, though. So luckily here, the U of A, good puck support. No one's alone. Shively was there ready to back him up if he needed to be. Now Kruk with a quick shot. Sepinen had to fight off. Quast out in front, looking for a tip there.
Yeah, you definitely want to clear the crease there. You don't want any Sun Devil players inside the house. It's an opportunity to either screen the goalie or tip in a puck.
And talking about the depth that was added, Tristan Swigger, first game of the season. So now Fisher, he'll wrap it around the boards, look for an outlet. Shetland can't get it out. ASU player shoots it right into his teammate. Now the Wildcats with a breakout chance. Connor Ziegler. He definitely uses his speed to his effectiveness on the forecheck. And this fourth line of Josephson with Ziegler and Malco. A great fourth line to have. Some very smart, responsible guys. And not a lot of stoppages here. 13:21 left to go in the first period. Your Wildcats ahead 1-0 on a goal from Tristan Swigger and Jesse Lowell. Absolutely huge hit, but ASU is coming down the other way. So just as we want to celebrate the hit, there was a chance, but Jesse Lowell is just putting people on the train tracks. Speak of the devil, Jesse Lowell again, and they're going to call him for a penalty here. So Jesse Lowell trying to get that physical presence established. We'll see what the refs decide was the call here. They get him for cross-checking. So ASU going to be going on the power play early here in the first period.
As Jesse Lowell's a crucial player on the U of A, I think he was trying to set the pace for the rest of the team, so to pick up their physicality, and I think he was trying to set that trend.
He certainly did with his first couple. That hit just, I think, got the hands out in front of him a tiny bit too much. So now the Wildcats.
Tripping. Lowell for tripping.
So it was definitely a cross-check, but a penalty is a penalty, and now the Wildcats PK is going to have to go to work. ASU really was only capitalized last season on their power play chances. And now Marchant will set up at the point. Goes down to the near dot, back to the point. Tillman to Marchant. They'll play catch at the point, try to set something up. Now Marchant holds over to Tillman. Quick shot, great block there by Busby. Another quick shot, and they score. So the ASU power play goal there from Robinson, the new addition to ASU. So the Wildcats clearly going to have to be careful getting into penalty trouble. 5-on-5, ASU certainly believes they are at the disadvantage, and U of A believes they have an advantage, but a power play, ASU sets it up, they get it to their most talented scorer, and he wires one home on Sepinen, all tied up in the first. So now it's all about recapturing that energy. Wildcats, obviously Jesse Lowell, the captain, who's usually so responsible.
Assisted Connor Tillman and Ty Marchant.
So now Fisher will look to break it out. And it wasn't even really a defensive breakdown on that play. It's just, unfortunately for the Wildcats.
That's going to be an offsides there.
The offsides. Tyler Shetland got sandwiched there a little bit. Kylie Ram throwing a big hit. Another veteran of this ASU club. And momentum and energy are everything, especially your home opener in your own barn against your in-state rival. These fans are ready to cheer the Wildcats to victory, but it's going to be up to the on-ice performance.
And right when you think the intensity is slowing down, there's a goal into the back of the net for U of A.
So now we'll see what Jesse Lowell can do. He's definitely going to have that in the back of his mind. Does throw a big hit, and there's another big hit there at the blue line. Hunter Hodgson stepping up and throwing a big hit. So the physicality is there. Brendan Williams trying to look for a breakaway. They get it to him. Williams in. Olsen lays down, drags the stick, and takes away the opportunity. But you can see Brendan Williams was just score first. Now Lowell down below the goal line.
There's a delayed penalty here. Pulling the goalie for the sixth man.
Overland over to Hodgson. Hodgson, quick shot. And Ham has to force that one out. So the Wildcats come right back out.
Wildcats are going to be on the power play here. Let's see what they call.
And Lowell and Olsen are going to go jarring at each other. Trust me, if you've ever seen Jesse Lowell without hockey equipment on, he is not the type of guy you really want to get in his face. So that's going to be Marchant going to the box. So Marchant, 2 minutes for a hook. And now the Wildcats with a chance to deal some power play damage of their own. So a huge opportunity here for the special teams
ASU
for the Wildcats.
Penalty, number 15, Ty Marchant, 2 minutes, hooking.
So now the Wildcats win the faceoff. Chioka, quick shot. Rossi posted out in front. Not able to get that one through. Selman falls down, can't break up the play, but that gives enough time for Swigger to get back. So now Chioka.
ASU's playing pretty aggressive on that penalty kill.
Yeah, they don't want to give the U of A a chance to set up, but now Brody Selman with a lot of speed over the line. Selman wraps it around the net. Over to Rossi, and he just puts that one high. Great chance for Rossi there.
Looks like the puck was bobbling a little bit, so it went right over the net.
So now Selman, he tries to dump it in, get a line change behind the play for the U of A, get some fresh power play specialists on. 1:13 left to go in the power play, 10:40 left to go in the first period. So the Wildcats here, you don't want to overthink this power play. Sometimes too many passes are not going to do any good. Unfortunately, they're not able to dump it in, but the Wildcats will look to set it up again as the U of A chance start. Now Lowell over the blue line, tries to go deep with it, hounded by 3 ASU players, but that means they'll have to wrap it around to no one. Now Walker tries to stutter step with it, luckily has some support there. The Wildcats trying to set up, just ASU hounding them on the penalty kill. Good job there by Lundy for ASU. Wildcats trying to set something up with 26 seconds left in the power play.
Yeah, it looks like the Sun Devils are really taking advantage of all the small little mishaps that Wildcats are going with their passes.
They go down low to Williams. Williams out in front to Lowell. He just can't get a stick on it. That is the exact play they were looking for. Williams to Lowell, and unfortunately, Lowell just not able to connect.
Yeah, great save there by ASU. Got 15 seconds left for Marchand's penalty here. Power play for the Wildcats.
Possibly one more chance here for the Wildcats. Chad Berman bringing out his 4th line, knowing there's not much time left on this power play. Josephson, though, able to win it. Fisher tries to get a shot through. That one's blocked. But now maybe a chance here for Malco. He tries to go middle to Ziegler. Players falling over all over the place. So now Shively will wait.
Great recognition there by Fisher to hold back there for the ASU to get out of the box.
Quick shot, that one gets broken up down in front. Now Ryan Fisher will collect. The power play is over, couple shots on it. Unfortunately for those watching the stream, Joe Pirates, who did keep our goal count shot tracker last season, is not with us, so we'll do our best on the shots on goal. Wildcats have definitely had the better of it so far, and now Will Josephson behind the net. He takes a hard hit there. Now over the blue line.
ASU's doing a great
Quick
job
shot
there.
on Sepinen. He has to make a good blocker save there. Another quick shot. That one goes well wide. Now Olsen at the far point. He just gets it in deep, and they're going to try to work this U of A group that's been out there for a little bit now. A line change will go a long way. Some good, solid play there. Malco trying to get that red line and dump it. Gets it just deep enough for the line change. No ASU players able to go for a breakout. So Robinson, he'll switch off. Olsen over to Kylie Rom. He can't connect. Nicholas Sepinen with the soccer-style diving save. Mr. International.
Yeah, that play's a little risky there, but it looked like it worked out for Sepinen. Got that stoppage of play. Looks like Ryan Fisher was stuck out there.
And that dive from Sepinen looks fantastic as long as that glove gets on that puck. So now the Wildcats defensive zone face-off here. Number 9, Justin Hughes, in to take the face-off against number 8, Gross for ASU. Justin Hughes coming in at 6'4", off skates, a defensive 200-foot center. Excited to see what he can do this season. Big body with a long stick and a long reach, takes away a lot of space. Skating on that line with Williams and Lowell. Now Brendan Williams, he tries to put some pressure on Marchand. Marchand able to get it down. Sepinen able to find it in his feet eventually. Almost a little bit dangerous there, but the Wildcats are able to break it out. Justin Hughes just couldn't hold on to that one. Wildcats do a good job not overcommitting, and Brendan Williams lining guys up. Now Williams, ooh, almost just couldn't drag it through Olsen. Now Olsen. They try to dish it out in front. A funky deflection there as a U of A player ends up in the net. Luckily for Sepinen, that one went wide.
Yeah, you definitely want to be careful with your sticks, even on your same team there. Make sure you don't deflect it right into your goalie.
And you can see ASU looking to drive that net, get pucks down low. A dirty deflection looks just as good on the scoreboard as a beauty. So we'll see how ASU approaches this offensive attack, as the Wildcats this season are really posed to be an offensive threat.
Sepinen's unorthodox goaltending style is really helping out the Wildcats, really getting the play getting going. And especially with that play right there when ASU was trying to get a line change, brought that puck up right away.
He certainly has a little bit of a different feel than Nolan Bavolsik, who took the net most of last season. Half of the time, Biv looked like he forgot he was at a hockey game. He was so calm. Nicholas Sepinen, a little bit more of, I hate to use the cliche of a European style, but I think of guys like Dominic Hasek and things like that, much more mobile than some other goalies. And
yeah, he definitely has a 6 players on the ice mentality instead of 5.
You love to see that creativity as long as it's responsible. So with 7:20 left to go, Wildcats will take a face-off in their own end. ASU is able to win it and get it back to the point. Tries to get it through there, but Myers gets in a lane. 4 men tied up behind. Selman trying to get that puck away from Kennedy. Overland also in a battle, but they're able to get it back to the point. Now over to Lee for ASU. He tries to bank it off the boards and get a shot out in front. We saw multiple teams do that against the U of A last season. I don't know if those boards are just livelier than at some other arenas down there, but teams love trying to bank pucks off the boards and back out in front in the TCC. Got to be aware of that for the Wildcats.
Yeah, since these boards are set up and taken down all the time, I think they're a little stiffer boards than other rinks that stay there. They might replace them a lot. They also probably have a lot more support on them, so it can bounce a lot easier.
So now Chase in to take the face-off against Selman. Wildcats, who came out this period flying, have kind of sat back a little bit since they got that first goal scored against them. Definitely some new guys trying to find their chemistry. It's just going to be a matter of relying on the systems and the talent now. Brody Selman over the line. Quick shot, that doesn't get through, he gets it right back. Selman dances, looks for the wraparound. Good defensive play there. Wildcats trying to put on some offensive pressure. Can Myers hold on to that one? That one gets kicked down low. So a good job there by Kruk to get to it. Wildcats, though, not shying away from the hitting game. Now Chioka, he dishes it in. So Walker on the forecheck. Forces ASU to have to make a quick pass, doesn't quite connect. Now they try to go right back the other way. Ari Rossi able to get in there. He throws a good hit. Shetland in support. So now Rossi and Shetland trying to work behind the net.
Great pinch off right there.
And there's going to be a penalty here against the U of A for holding. So they're going to say that Shetland got too handsy there with the ASU player.
We're pretty far away, but I think he was just kind of pushing himself against the boards there. I mean, it was a little bit behind him, and it wasn't really moving your feet. That's when penalties start to be called, when you're not moving your feet on the ice.
Yeah, it didn't. Unlike Tyler Shetland, did not be moving his feet. An incredibly fast skater, but now the Wildcats.
2 minutes.
So the Wildcats now back on the penalty kill. Going to have to tighten things up from their first outing where ASU was able to score their only goal of the game. And ASU able to get possession. Marchant over to Tillman. They work it back to the other point. Marchant calling for it. Good job there by Busby. Gets down to one knee. Makes sure he gets his stick on that puck. So for the first time in the power play, ASU will have to enter the zone. Marchant gains the blue line, dishes it around. Kylie Ram gets there. Ram can't get it through Ziegler. So Ziegler with a good job there, able to get it at least past the ASU blue line.
Yeah, the Sun Devils are looking a lot more relaxed here on their power play. Seems to be very effective getting into the Wildcat zone.
So now Kylie Ram behind the net in a battle. He gets knocked down. And now maybe a chance for the U of A to do something shorthanded. Luke Busby working with Dylan Walker. Busby, he gets taken into the boards there, so a good play, but Walker is able to get to it. Best place on the ice to kill a penalty is in the other team's zone. Only 56 seconds left. Walker tries to go out in front, but unfortunately only finds Butler from ASU. So now Tillman tries to get it in deep enough.
Great job there by Fisher, pinching that player off.
So Justin Hughes, we talked about his defensive prowess. He gets right back and throws a puck 200 feet. 37 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for the U of A. ASU not able to wind it up. Good hit there. Always good to finish your checks, especially on the penalty kill. Wear these guys down. Hughes able to kill off a little bit more time there too.
Looks like Newman's inside the Wildcat zone, playing a little of a cherry picking game there. Try to draw one of the defensemen, so easier to break in.
Quick shot, and Sepinen has to fight that one off. A great chance there for ASU towards the end of this power play. Now they'll look to set it up again. Fisher trying to seal off his man. Walker up at the point. Quick shot there. Sepinen with a big blocker save. Penalties over. Shetland's out of the box. Quick shot there. A lot of traffic in front. Sepinen sits down with glove in hand. A good shot there from Boyer, but Sepinen better with the glove.
Yeah, the thing I love about Sepinen is in order to get visualization on the puck, he really gets low and goes between the legs of players to see the puck.
Yeah, as a goalie, you always want to be fighting for position, making sure you can see that puck at all times. And especially on the penalty kill, you know there's going to be a guy posted up in front of you.
Yeah, and even though Sepinen's a really tall goalie, he has a lot of flexibility and fills up the net pretty well.
Well, if you think Sepinen's tall, wait till we get to see Golsvig, the new goalie who came in this season. 6'7", folks, off skates. He's huge. So exciting to be able to watch him when he gets into his first game. But for now, it's Nicholas Sepinen's net.
It's going down for icing. It's going to be a face-off in the Wildcat zone.
So Hunter Hodgson, who came in last season, got a couple games in, one of the younger guys on the team. He looks like he's going to be getting solid third pairing minutes this season with Jared Overland at the moment.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of chemistry going with the players.
And talking with Coach Berman and Tanner Harris over the course of the season, Hodgson put in a lot of work, got a bit bigger, really worked on his skating, and he's here to make an impact for the U of A. So now Olsen over to Marchant. Overland trying to shadow him. Marchant, too many dances into the middle, and a big hit there, and the Wildcats will be able to bring it out. Now Shetland. Shetland over to Overland. He can't get it through. Quick backhand shot and a save there. Good follow-up opportunity by Tyler Shetland. And all it took was one big hit, and you saw how quickly the U of A were able to transition that into offense.
Yeah, it's crazy how these small little opportunities, this game is really about its inches.
And a big mistake there potentially as Sepinen has to fight that one off. You don't want to put pucks into the middle of the ice when you're coming from behind the net. So, there's obviously a lot of pressure in these games. First game against ASU, I'm sure every player's nerves are going. But you definitely want to make sure that that puck does not go out to the middle of the ice. So ASU able to bring it over again. Lee, they try to go to the middle, doesn't get there. U of A doing a good job of clogging up lanes. Williams, he loves looking for that outlet pass up the middle because he can bury it. Now Robinson for ASU. He gets it over to Kylie Ram. Ram over to Lee. Quick shot. Sepinen fights that off with the pad.
Great deflection there, not putting it back in the middle of the ice there.
2:03 left to go in the first period. Hodgson having some trouble here, and ASU is able to turn that over from what looked like should have been an easy breakout. Now Lee, he can't get it in as Hughes picks that off. Now Hughes will wind it up. He gets taken down there by Chase. That was a little bit of an interesting play.
Looks like Hughes had a little bit of slip up there, knocked himself off of position.
So now Myers will wind it up. He'll try to get it through. Turnover there at center ice. Now a chance for ASU. They bring it in. Backhand, that one was going wide all the way from Boyer. Sepinen fights it off. Wildcats here absolutely seem lost in their own zone at the moment. Williams might have to be their savior, and he at least gets it out. Now Brendan Williams over to Brody Selman. Selman, quick shot just off the side of the net. Tickled the twine, but not in the middle. Brendan Williams showing his speed and how that can force ASU back. So now Williams working down below. Selman tries to bring it out in front. He can't get there, but the U of A still has it. Chioka, quick shot and a save there. Penalty coming on the play. And the Wildcats are going to be going back to the power play here on a tripping call. So some great offensive pressure. And Brendan Williams was the savior of that breakdown. With his speed, defensemen have to be wary. If you're going to pinch, if you're going to get aggressive on that forecheck, if Williams gets space and gets a couple strides on you, skating backwards, you're never catching him.
Yeah, he's a very quick player. He's very good on his edges and get to places that you don't think he can in a very small amount of time.
Trenton White, tripping 2 minutes.
So with 1 minute left to go in the period, the Wildcats will get their second power play, unable to convert on the first.
Got 1 minute left here in the first period. We're all tied up.
So Lowell having a little bit of a disagreement there with Kruk in terms of where Lowell's allowed to be, but it's going to be Hughes in against Gross.
We got a pretty good turnout here tonight. It's great to see that. Lots of people here at the TCC Arena.
Great to see so many students coming out to these games, but it'd be great to see the Wildcats score on this power play. Busby over to Walker. 53 seconds left to go in the period. Busby great on his edges. You can see the edge work there with his quick turns. Confident skater, and these guys are going to get only more confident the more reps they get. Can't connect there with Walker. Lowell luckily able to get it over to Busby as Butler was all over him. Now the Wildcats look to break it in over the line to Hughes. Hughes across the ice. Back to Hughes. Quick shot. That one never got through, but a great opportunity from the middle of the slot. 24 seconds left to go in the period.
Great job dropping the knee there for ASU, stopping that play.
Williams up to Busby. Busby able to hold it. Walker waits. He's trying to find a lane. 12 seconds left to go in the period. Wildcats need to get a shot here. Walker tries to get over to Williams. He can't hold it. And unfortunately, the Wildcats, just with a couple too many passes, one great opportunity, will finish the period. 59 seconds left to go on the power play when we return. All tied 1-1 after the first here at the Tucson Arena. Stick with us for the second period. Sebastian Janik, Garrett Kane. This is Wildcat Hockey.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor to be part of the school, especially just like being a part of this whole program, and now having a letter too. It just means a lot to me. But you know, there's more responsibility with that, just to be a leader and be examples. So I'm excited, and this season's going to be really great. So I'm excited, especially just being my last year. Like, you know, I only get so much of this, so. Yeah, it's going to be a packed crowd, plus because of it's the home opener and it's ASU, so it's going to be a lot of energy and high stakes, so it's going to be a fun one. Oh, definitely. I can remember my freshman year like it was yesterday. I felt like it did feel like it was yesterday. I just keep telling them, like, take it day by day and really just soak it all in, because it goes by really quickly. So I'm with John Triley, back to my sophomore year, just back to that chemistry, and it's been great. We're both mobile, and we really use each other, and the chemistry has been awesome. So it's been a great time so far. We just have good hockey IQ, so we understand when one of us has to be back and one has to be up in the play, and you know, we have offensive minds, so there's definitely a lot of good plays that we're making because of that.
Cat fans, as we get ready to start the second period. And to start this period, a special guest in the box, good overall guy, Josh Lusby. Good to see you again, friend. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, as the experienced hockey player, more so than myself, what did you see out of the U of A in the first period there?
I thought it was a really good first period, especially for the first game of the year. A lot of jitters out there usually, and then just getting your rhythm back is everything. So that first period for them was probably about the best first period this program's had in 5 years.
So, you know, for the fans at home, you know, being on the ice in these home openers against ASU with this type of crowd, what's it like down there on the ice, you know, and especially thinking about some of the new guys coming in who have never experienced this before?
Yeah, I think honestly, this first game here playing ASU is unique. I think usually it's like we have someone that's non-conference to open up the year and the crowd's not like this. So for the new guys, especially on campus here, to get this as their first game experience is huge. It prepares them for what's to come in the future.
And it was very exciting to see Tristan Swigger score that first goal in his first game as a Wildcat. You've been skating with the team, you know, being back in town. You're preparing to head out to play professional hockey out in Tennessee. What did you see out of some of these guys in practice? And, you know, who are you really excited about that you got to play against?
Honestly, there's probably 6 new forwards, it seems like, that are going to be key contributors this year. There's a lot of talent coming in. I mean, Hughes and Williams both coming from the North American League and then having good years there, that's huge. Like, there's a lot of guys that have played at a very high level coming into this, so they're going to be huge parts of this program moving forward.
Yeah, and you saw what Hughes was able to do in that period. He didn't score, but great job creating some chances. Jesse Lowell getting a little bit of a different look this season, not skating with Brody, but you know, we talked about finding those 3 guys that really mesh well together, or finding 2 guys and finding a complementary piece, as the Wildcats will begin this period on the power play with 1 minute left to go. Hughes able to get over the line. Lowell in, waits, tries to find a lane. He's shadowed there. Now Hughes back to the point. Busby there, Hughes. Busby, quick shot with Lowell out in front. Walker is able to pick that one up. Now Busby over to Walker, quick shot. That one just goes wide. So Lowell and Walker being reunited on the power play. Now Lowell down low, tries to go to Williams. 22 seconds left to go on the power play. Williams absolutely battling down there. Lowell in support. Hopefully Hughes can corral that, just not able to. He's going to be in a race there. He was able to seal off that puck. So Wildcats power play still looking to find a little bit of chemistry, but I'm sure, as you can imagine, that first game of the season, everyone's a little bit rustier than they would like. Now a chance here for Lowell. A quick shot right into the pads. For the U of A able to keep possession.
Even a play like that for Jesse to get that puck in the slot, give him 2 weeks, he's not going to miss that one.
Yeah, just a little bit of a tune-up. You don't want to consider this a tune-up game by any means, but guys are going to only get settled in a bit more. Played with a high stick, but ASU with the next touch. So ASU really only offensively dangerous so far on the power play, so the Wildcats want to make sure they stay disciplined. And Sepinen's looked good in his first start too, as the go-to guy this season. Now maybe a chance here for Swigger. Swigger holds, tries to get the shot off, just couldn't. But it's great to see a guy like Swigger, you know, that confidence from the new players. Don't want to be cocky, but always want to be confident.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's why they're here, is they've been good players in the past, and just being confident within that and relying on that.
So now ASU not able to bring it in cleanly. U of A will push it right back out. 17:50 to go in the second period here at the Tucson Arena in the season home opener for the Wildcats. Quick turnover there. What can Walker do with it? Tries to get it to Shetland. Walker gets in there on Olsen. Now back to the point. Quick shot. That one almost gets through. Too much traffic out in front. Rossi ties up his man, makes so they cannot get a clean breakout. And Dylan Walker, who is an explosive piece that came in last season, skating on a little bit of a different line here, but him and Shetland together should be exciting as they're able to find some chemistry. Now Walker, he goes down the near boards, trying to get it out in front. ASU defenseman Kylie Ram just a little bit too much all over him. Now over the blue line, Tillman goes middle. They try to go back door, and Hodgson dived to take the man out of the play, worked in the end, but that man was all alone back door there.
That's someone who really stepped up for us last year too, is Hodge. The progress that he made throughout the year, being the youngest guy almost in the league. I mean, from day one we started till the last day of the season, he took so many strides forward. It was great.
And talking with Coach Berman in the offseason, he really worked on his strength and conditioning, came into the season ready to go, got that promotion to the third pairing. So exciting to see what Hodgson can do over his time at the University of Arizona. Some of these guys coming in are going to be stalwarts on this team for a couple of years, and always looking for that next generation of Josh Lusby's.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think with Hodge especially, what I've noticed in practice, he just looks so much like calmer this year. More mentally, just the game has slowed down for him so much after being exposed to it last year, and he seems confident, which is great.
Now Robinson tried to feed that one middle over to Tillman, wasn't able to connect. Busby in the corner. And folks, keep an eye out for Luke Busby's player intro this season. One of the best probably of all time in hockey. Kid's an absolute star in more ways than one. And now Connor Ziegler hounding on the forecheck with Josephson. Malco back to the point, quick shot. That one just gets tipped a bit high. Penalty is going to be coming here against ASU, so the Wildcats back to the power play. The quote-unquote fourth line for the U of A creating pressure, and it's going to be Marchant going to the box once again. Kind of seems like the only time Marchant comes off the ice. Him and Olsen seem to always be up there, but...
Yeah, he came in last year and joined their program, and he eats up a lot of minutes, that's for sure. I remember it seemed like every time I was on the ice last year against ASU, he was out there.
So now the Wildcats power play. A little bit of experimentation so far, hasn't paid off, but a big chance here. But ASU able to win the face-off and just bang it down the ice. So Nicholas Sepinen will settle it down for Busby. Lost to Lusby, gained to Busby. So I'm a little bit afraid I'm going to call either of you the wrong one at some point. Busby takes a little bit of a high elbow there.
He's a Minnesota kid as well. I think you lucked out, though, that we're not out there yet on the ice together.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit of a nightmare for me, but luckily it's more of a dream with you being up in the booth. So let's see what the Wildcats can do here. Hughes not able to control that one. Kruk in a battle in the corner. Williams will come in, try to get it out front. Just cannot do it as Chase hammers that one down. 1:13 left to go on the power play.
Power plays early in the year can be tough just because you prepare so much in practice for what you're trying to do, but you really don't know what the other team's going to do on their penalty kill because nobody's got film on anybody from this year.
So it's definitely an adjustment period, and you know, one thing about having so many talented guys is sometimes it's almost hard to have them not do too much with the puck at times. Guys that are used to having to be the guy. Instead of being the single guy, they've got a bunch of other ones around them. So 40 seconds left to go. Shetland will look to wind it up. Now over the line is Chioka. Chioka with a quick shot and a glove save there by Ham.
I think that's the thing with this year's team especially is like they got 15 guys in that locker room that can be the guy any given night. It's just finding the right combinations of three guys, or whether it's a power play unit and you got 5 guys out there, finding the right chemistry to guys that play well off of each other to see the ice the same way.
Yeah, and there's definitely nothing wrong with having an overload of superstar talent, but I think the power play is where that can bite you a tiny bit, just because guys are trying to do a little bit too much with the puck.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now here's a chance for the U of A with 34 seconds left to go. Selman Quick shot there, just goes wide. Now Chioka. Back to Selman. Gets it over, they wait, Chioka. Down to Selman. They're trying to work it up high and get it down low. Rossi just can't get that one out to the middle. Olsen, he can't get it. Rossi now with it. They try to go out in the middle. The Shetland can't connect. 8 seconds left to go on the power play. Selman now trying to go down low to Rossi. I really would like to see a quick shot here before the end of the power play. Great shot there with Rossi out in front, just deflects wide. Ari Rossi really likes that big body being out in front. And Nicholas Sepinen with probably the hit of the game so far. Now Selman with a quick shot. That one just blockered aside. So Sepinen sends a Sun Devil flying. Luckily, he's no worse for wear. I'm guessing growing up in the winters of Finland, you get pretty tough out there.
I would imagine so, yeah. I remember talking to him last year. He was going home for Christmas, and he said it never got above 0.
And Malco with an absolutely gigantic collision with Gross. Oh man, it's going to be great to watch some of the replays back from this game. Keep an eye out on our social media, UAZ Wildcats Hockey on Instagram, same on our Twitter and Facebook. We're going to be posting a lot more content this season. Got some very talented videographers here to get the best angles possible. And there's been some great hits this game.
Oh, there's been some massive ones. Jesse Lowell blew up a kid at center ice.
Definitely being able to watch Lowell play hockey is just really that kind of ideal hockey player. He's got to be a coach's dream.
Absolutely. Works his butt off. He does all the right things. He does all the little things that like the fan doesn't even notice.
Especially at practice too, in the locker room. An absolute captain's captain if there ever was one. And the leadership core in this locker room, the culture that Chad Berman's been trying to build over the years. You know, he always talks about how excited he is about the on-ice talent, but he recruits people first and players second, it feels like.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Jesse's leadership the last couple of years is really stepped it up to another level even. It's every day in practice. There's no off days with him. There's no off reps. There's nothing like that. He just demands that everybody puts the work in that he does, and that's how he makes his team better. He just leads by example.
And when you have the captain doing that, no one else is going to feel comfortable slacking off, and that's certainly what you need.
No, exactly. He won't ask anyone to do anything that he's not willing to do himself, and I think that's what makes him such a great leader.
Lowell over to Williams. He tried to go backdoor to Hughes, almost got it there. 12:24 left to go. Now into the slot. Hughes with a good quick shot. That one gets deflected up and out of play by Gross. But Justin Hughes finds those empty spaces in the slot. Pretty hard to miss him as he's probably about 6'7" on skates, but he's able to find that empty space, get some shots off from the slot. But so far, number 29, Ham, in goal for ASU, has done a good job shutting down angles.
Yeah, he's looked solid so far, which especially, I mean, for goalies, I would imagine first game, and especially in an environment like this, like thrown into the fire right away, but he's responded well.
He's been seeing pucks, and you know, sometimes when a goalie's on like that and seeing everything, it's going to be those rebounds and broken plays out front. Busby with some good composure to get that deep swigger over to Myers. Myers to Selman. He tries to pick the corner. Just goes wide. Now Busby.
Great pass by Myers there, too. Myers can really pass, man. I got to play with him last year, second half of the year, and it's just so easy sometimes. He sets you up. It makes it look effortless.
Sam Myers, another player getting his full season. You were on a line with him and Jackson Mace. Mace still out with injury at the moment. It'd be great to see what they see, and a quick shot there and a goal as Tillman is able to just beat Sepinen high glove side, and ASU is going to take the lead here 2-1. Looked like not much of a play, and all of a sudden Tillman buries that one.
That's just an example of early in the year. Two guys kind of miscommunicated on a cover there, and then it ends up with an odd man rush the other way and a good look at the net.
And ASU really has not many shots to speak of so far, but they make the one count that they do get. So the Wildcats going to have to get Sepinen some support here, start putting up some goals on this ASU team. So now Dylan Walker.
71, Ryan Robertson, and 13, Tyler Kylie Ram.
So now U of A will have to respond here. This crowd came to see the U of A win a hockey game, and that's why they're here too. So still a lot of time left to play. 11:22 left in the second period. A turnover there. And ASU 3-on-2 over the line. That's a good block there. So now it's going to be Overland. He's just going to shovel that one up to the middle of the ice as Marchant settles it down with Olsen, a familiar pair we've seen. Try to slot it through to Boyer. He tips it out of play. So the arena getting a little bit more somber here as ASU is leading this game 2-1. Wildcats with a couple power play opportunities could just not convert on those. So you drop the puck at center ice here. Now ASU able to get it out. A lot of speed over the blue line. Quick shot. You can tell ASU trying to go high on Sepinen. Shively in a battle there behind the net, able to win that. ASU trying to get it back into the slot. U of A trying to get it out. Williams all over his man. ASU, though, just slides that one through. Quick shot there from the point from Olsen. That one gets tipped on the way through. Trying to outlet to Jesse Lowell. Now Lowell with some space. Lowell in shot, just goes high. And that wrist shot from Jesse Lowell, you got to think a little bit more practice, and that's not missing the net. Now Williams tries to get it to Lowell. That's in his skates.
Yeah, that's another one by next weekend. That one's going right under the bar on the blocker side. I've seen him hit that shot so many times.
So now Chioka getting down low. He holds on to the puck from a knee, but ASU is able to break it out. 2-on-1 over the line. In shot. Sepinen with a huge save there. If the Wildcats are able to come back, that's going to be one to remember. So now Brendan Williams with some speed. He's over the blue line. Williams all alone, though, against 4 ASU players. Just nowhere to go with it. But at least allows the U of A to get a line change. Gross, he can't get it through his man. Swigger comes barreling in, trying to get it on the forecheck. Just a little bit of a broken play there, and that's going to come back out again.
Swigger is going to be fun to watch this year, too. He's just a really, really good hockey player. He's just kind of quiet in the room, but he just does his thing, and he makes the right play.
So Swigger had a huge hit behind the play, but almost ASU comes back the other way, so the Wildcats really need to focus on getting some offense going here. ASU looks like they're trying to clamp things down a little bit. So now Myers can't get it through. ASU with another chance. Quick shot. Sepinen has to fight that one off with a pad. Nicholas Sepinen a little bit busier here than you'd like him to be.
Yeah, Sepp looks really good, though. He looks really confident right now. He doesn't look like he's scrambling at all. I think he's seeing the puck pretty well.
So Shetland does a good job getting that puck in. Rossi into that. They try to get it out in front. Just can't connect. Big shot there from Walker, and that one just goes wide as it was bobbling on him. And Ari Rossi with a massive hit. So Rossi might not have scored, but he comes in and throws a big hit. We're going to get a penalty here. So Ari Rossi, as I praise him for that hit, he's going to the box. A little bit surprised by that one there.
That's 2 big hits now that have been called for penalties early in this one, and I think it's probably just because the refs have experience with this series and they know how crazy it can get, especially by the end of the game if the score is not very close. So just trying to stay on top of it and keep things clean.
And the Wildcats are going to have to be on top of their penalty kill here as ASU's power play looked dangerous to begin with. It's a quick shot off the face-off there. ASU, Boyer with it at the point. Over to White. They'll work it from low to high. Good job there to make sure Gross can't get it through, but he gets it right back. Gross cross ice. Robinson can't settle that one down. Now White. Over to Gross, he can't get it through again. It's a good job by Cosden getting in those lanes. The Wildcats really want to clear this puck. 1:24 still left to go. And Cosden, great job there on the penalty kill. So ASU will set it up in their own zone. Quick little slow down of play here. 7:20 to left to go. Selman almost able to pick that one off, but Marchant gets it through. Now Marchant drops it back. They try to go low with it. Fisher, good defensive job there, but Selman can't clear it. Robinson's calling for that puck on the near side. Quick shot, hits his own man. Now let's see how much gas in the tank Fisher has, just not able. But a great job killing off some of this penalty. Robinson blows a tire. He'll get it from the U of A crowd. Now Robinson will wind it up. Robinson drops it over to Tillman. U of A chance are starting, trying to get this Wildcats group going. Robinson down low. Good job there by Cosden, but Marchant has it. Quick shot, and Sepinen. Great eyes to be able to see that one through all the traffic. Walker getting into it a little bit there. You really do not want to risk any undisciplined penalties, though. The Wildcats have not had the best of it on the penalty kill so far, and staying out of the box is going to be very important. Especially in these first games of the season. You know, if the power play's rusty, you can certainly imagine the penalty kill is at times too.
Yeah, and that's probably the one advantage that Arizona definitely has in this game is they've got some guys penalty killing together that have run this system effectively for a few years. You got Jesse Lowell and Brody Selman working in tandem, and then Will Josephson and Connor Zaber did a phenomenal job for us last year, and they've already killed a couple off tonight here.
So now Hodgson able to win it over to Overland. He's just going to try to pin that against the boards, and Hughes, he gets it as Rossi hops out of the box. Penalty kill is over. Now Walker with some space. Walker over the line, middle to Hughes, just could not quite get enough on it, but a good play there as the Wildcats respond after that penalty kill.
And with this team, that's the thing, like that's how quickly a play can develop like that. They all have such great vision and passing abilities that one guy gets loose in the slot and it gets to him, it's just one-on-one with him and the goalie then.
And with 6:04 left in the second period, right now it's number 29 Ham for ASU, not allowing the U of A back into this game, so they're going to have to work to take away his eyes, force him to be a little bit busier here in the remaining 25 minutes or so of this game. Quick outlet there to Quast, broken up. Hodgson with a good job there, taking care of his man. Hodgson and Quast going at it. As long as these are matching, I don't mind them whatsoever. Remember, folks, there is no fighting in the ACHA, so about the best they can do is try to rip each other's helmets off. But whatever was said between Quast and Hodgson, pretty hard to tell which one won't let go from up here. I'm guessing it's slightly mutual. But interesting to see that out of Hodgson in the locker room. Such a calm guy.
Yeah, that's just that competitive edge that you want, though, and that's what makes Hodge so good and effective is when he's out there, he turns the switch, and he's a completely different human being than he is away from the rink or even in the locker room.
It definitely seems like Hunter Hodgson is showing in this season he's not going to take it from anybody. And hopefully that can get the U of A bench going a little bit, seeing a guy like Hodgson step up. And obviously the crowd loves it. Let's see how the refs decide to sort this one out. So this will be our first little experiment with downtime. yeah, like you said, Hunter Hodgson, just a completely different person on the ice versus off the ice.
Well, and even this year, he's taken such a step forward with his maturity and his confidence in what he does. I think that's the big thing is last year just coming in, he was an 18-year-old kid and he was trying to figure out what kind of game he's going to play here. And then this year, it just seems like he's kind of taking more ownership in what he's going to do and what he's going to be effective at, sticking with it.
And if you're a guy on the bench and you see a player like that, you know, not backing down, getting into a little tussle like that, I think it's safe to say it's far from a scrap, more of a tussle, but it'll be interesting to see how the refs call this one here, because like you said, they know how intense these rivalry games can get. They don't want to let them get out of hand by any means, but you also want to let the guys play as long as it's within the rules. So I'm guessing matching penalties here. No helmets came off, no gloves were dropped.
They are opening the door for the ASU player, so it looks like he might be gone.
So there's over 5 minutes left in this period, so I'm definitely guessing at least a misconduct. We'll see if Hodgson's going to be, yeah, it looks like Hodgson's going to be skating off too. So both players either done for the period or done for the night. We'll see what happens when this all gets sorted out. And Hodgson, it's got to feel pretty good getting an ovation like that from the U of A crowd. I'm sure he's not happy to be leaving the ice before the end of the period, but at least he's doing it to a good audience.
Yeah, it'll be all right because Coach Berman used the extra player tonight on Jacob Cousin as a defenseman, so they'll still have 6 defensemen that they can roll through.
So Hodgson, who has had a great game to start the season, you know, like we said, we'll see if he'll either be done for the period or the game. But as long as they're matching, I don't think anyone's going to have too many issues with that call. It was definitely a mutually engaged discussion, I would say.
And if anything, this gives the Arizona bench a chance to kind of reset, gather themselves, gets the crowd back into it too.
Yeah, I mean, you hear that emotion, you hear that roar from the crowd, and you can only imagine what it's going to sound like when a goal is scored versus a guy just skating off the ice. So this puck will come into the ASU zone, and it looks like, so it's going to be 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. A little bit more open ice.
I think with the team that Arizona's put together this year and the skill of, like you see Williams and Hughes out there right now, I think this 4-on-4 game is really going to benefit them.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of the 4 guys out there are new additions in Busby, Hughes, and Williams, so you can see the trust that Berman has in these new additions. And yeah, the speed of Williams, if he's able to find a loose area, maybe a breakaway. I would say the U of A has not thrived on breakaway goals over the past couple of seasons. It really wasn't our strength, but a guy like Williams could really change that dynamic. And you see it with a couple other teams when they kind of have that one really talented player who kind of plays a bit more of a cherry-picking role. And Williams is a very responsible player as well, but just so offensively dynamic. You'd like to see him, when he can, take a chance. But Robinson will get it over to Marchant. They go back to Robinson. Robinson, the most dangerous addition for this ASU team. And as we talk about U of A additions, he'll stop up on Busby, but Busby stays right with him. Another quick turn. Robinson creating space all for himself. Marchant, but Busby reads it, and now it's Busby. Can he get with Williams? Busby just not able to control that puck. Takes the delayed offsides. And Busby's a jovial guy, but I gotta think he's gonna be a little bit frustrated right now.
That's another one that, give him another week or so and that play doesn't happen. It's just first game, and for Busby, first game in this building, first game in this rivalry, a lot of energy going on. It's just one that you maybe get a little overexcited when you see that you've got a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-0 even.
Yeah, because they're aware of what those mean. You're probably thinking to yourself, don't lose the puck, don't lose the puck, don't lose the puck, and that's possibly when you do lose the puck.
Yeah, and that's what the new guys will figure out too, is the more confident they play and understand that they've done this their whole life, the better off they're
Serving 2 minutes for roughing will be number 81, Ethan Sanders.
Oh, and a quick shot, and that one looked like it went off the post, so U of A might have dodged a bullet there as Olsen gets it over to Kruk. Good hit there along the boards. Puck comes out to the middle, though. Olsen. A lot of stick touches there, and Myers just pushes him off the puck, but loses his stick, unfortunately. That was Butler. We're going to have a holding penalty called here. And it's going to be Butler going to the box, so your former line mate Sam Myers forces the defensive play, and Butler for ASU has to get a little
Arizona State penalty on number 7, Caden Butler. 2 minutes for holding.
So Caden Butler going to the box for holding. So an interesting look here with a 4-on-3, 56 seconds of a 4-on-3 for the Wildcats.
Arizona Hogan Transportation power play.
4:30
Go Cats.
left to go in the period. 56 seconds of 4-on-3, a huge moment in this game for the Wildcats. Now Walker over to Busby. Back to Walker, Busby. Walker shot, that one gets in on Ham. Great hard slap shot there. Ham able to seal it off. It's looking like to beat this ASU goalie tonight, you're gonna have to get him moving or get some more eyes in front of him because he's seeing everything right now.
Yeah, he looks comfortable right now, and I think if U of A can win this face-off here and get that look again, they've got 2 one-timers on each side that are gonna be really good looks.
Good job there winning the face-off, and Walker will get it back. Busby to Walker to Hughes, and you can see they kind of have to leave Walker alone a little bit over there because Hughes also stood up for that one-timer with Lowell out in front. Quick shot, that one gets blocked. Ham with a quick rebound. So the U of A getting some time and space, but you don't want to keep going back to that same well over and over again. So hopefully maybe go back to Walker one more time. Think he's going to shoot and try to get it down to someone else. 4-on-3 though, not exactly a power play you practice too often.
Yeah, it's not practiced a lot, but it's really not that difficult, especially the way they've got it set up right now with Walker on his one-timer side and Hughes on his one-timer side. Somebody's going to get an open look.
So Walker here is going to have to settle this one down. Now Busby holds, quick shot. Lowell out in front. Maybe got a little bit of a tip on that, but right into the glove of Ham. Minute 14 left to go on the total power play. 10 seconds left to go on the 4-on-3. And to see these 2 different power play units the U of A has this season. I mean, I feel last season the U of A really had one go-to and a second one that was slightly lower tier perhaps. But this season, these 2 units, so much talent to be able to roll out there. But
yeah, the entire lineup's like that this year. It's a lot of competition, but at the same time, from night to night, it can change so much, and you're not going to lose anything. There's so many good players that once you find the right combination, that they're going to be so good. But you have to find that combination. You have to be willing to change things a little bit from night to night.
So now Swigger tries to relax a little bit too much. Selman can't hold it in at the line, but can he hold it? No, he can't. Kylie Ram with it. Chioka back to hold him. And I've got to think Chioka is going to go on that one. So that's going to be a hold on Chioka, and we're going to go back to 43 seconds of 4-on-4. Just Brody Selman just could not fish that one out of his skates. And Chioka on the back check just gets a little bit too wrapped up.
Yeah, that's a really tough play for Chioka to make there. There's really not a lot of options. It's you give the guy a breakaway or you try to kind of mess it up enough that you can give your penalty killers a chance to make that play. I will give a quick shout out to Chris Hedgecoke on that. He is the best player I've ever seen at back checking a breakaway and knocking the puck away without taking a penalty. He was unbelievable at it.
Yeah, if you look at our highlight reel packages, Chris Hedgecoke was in there quite a bit. So
Nicholas Kyoto, 2 minutes holding.
Now the Wildcats back to 4-on-4 for 40 seconds.
It's been weird being in the locker room at practice and everything for the last 3 weeks here without some of those guys, without Hedgecoke and Matthew Hole and Duke Litwin.
It's definitely different without Duke, I'll say that much, and also leave it at that.
I figured I had to drop his name in this because this is usually his job. He's always in the booth with you.
We definitely do miss Duke being around the program. Hopefully someone will be able to step up into his personality role. As long as someone gets 2 or 3 goals, they'll match his scoring, so that'll be fine. Sorry, Duke, I have to do it. So Shetland working down low in this 4-on-4. And as this game ticks on, these opportunities on the power play that just have not worked out for the U of A are starting to rack up as ASU is going to go onto the power play for 1 minute and 10 seconds now. Fisher down low takes down his man, able to clear the puck. Yeah, it's some big shoes to fill on the back end with Hedgecoke being gone. He was such a great just the epitome of a great shutdown defenseman. Played a physical game, had great timing and positioning. It's going to be up to some of these new guys like Busby and Hodgson to fill in that role, and so far they've done pretty well. Quick shot out in front. Sepinen had to fight that off through a lot of traffic. 36 seconds left. Quick shot, another save by Sepinen, and gets a glove on it before Butler can get there, so a great job by Sepinen to stay with the play.
Yeah, I think that'll be the biggest adjustment, especially early in the season for the Wildcats here, is you're missing Chris Hedgecote, Matthew Hole, and then Cameron Timor. Those are 3 guys of your 6 defensemen that ate up a lot of minutes the last 3-4 years for us. But they've got Hunter Hodgson who's going to step up, and then I think Jacob Cosden too will take another step from where he was at last year. And then with the addition of Busby, they're going to be just fine back there.
Yeah, the defense, definitely a bit of an overhaul this season, with the same thing with the forwards, and the depth at forward is great because you can pressure guys. They're fighting for ice time, but right now the Wildcats are just fighting to win this hockey game.
I think with the competition, especially on the forward side, I think there's 20 forwards on the roster right now. It just elevates the level of competition and practice every day because guys are fighting to get in the lineup. It makes everybody better.
They try to go to the middle. That one goes straight through to the slot, but ASU racking up a lot of time here. Fans on that one. Now Gross goes down low. Cosden reads that and shuts it off. It's going to be Chioka coming out of the box soon. Cosden fighting off his man. Jesse Lowell with a great defensive play out in front.
And that's something that you don't see too often, is a forward in front of the net on the penalty kill. But with the system that Coach Berman runs, it's so intricate. But if you get all 4 guys on the same page, it's electric. I think last year our penalty kill was one of the tops in the nation, just because you get 4 guys out there that are interchangeable. It's not forward and defense, it's just 4 people. And last year especially, Brody Selman and Jesse Lowell together really got a feel for what they were trying to do on that penalty kill.
And ASU only really able to score on that first, literally able to score on that first power play where maybe the U of A was figuring out a little bit, but since then the U of A has been great. Walker takes a big hit there, but Shetland's going to try to get it in, just can't get past his man. And Walker, he goes to throw another big hit. 1 minute left to go in the period. So now John Shively. Walker down the boards, great move here. Walker tries to go middle, finds, and a great shot there. Overland had a great opportunity, but Ham seals it off. Now Overland, 35 seconds left to go. Walker's going to try to get there first. He does. Great job there. Over to Shetland. Shetland with a quick shot, and that one just gets deflected high. Wildcats starting to pour it on here in the last 25 seconds. Shetland over to Overland. Quick shot. That one never makes it through. Shetland retrieves. Tries to go middle. Lundy just has to try to get it somewhere. 13 seconds left to go. Back to the point. Over to Shively. Shively to Walker. To Overland, trying to find a lane. Now Walker with it, tries to drag it around, cannot get past Kruk. ASU will clear it out. That will do it for the end of the second period. ASU with the only goal. 2-1 ASU. Your Wildcats down by 1 heading into the third period. Lusby, it was great to have you back in here. You're welcome anytime, bud.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Great to be here, great to see you.
Alrighty, so Sebastian Janik, Josh Lusby, we'll be back to bring you the third period in just a little bit. This is Wildcat Hockey.
It's amazing. This is our rival, so this is like everybody's dream here. It's the battle, who's going to be best in the state, so I think it's just a great opportunity for us. I think we have actually the best fans I've ever played for. It's just amazing to have so many people show up and really enjoy what we do. So maybe not here, but winning the Cactus Cup at their barn for sure. Yeah, I think it's everything. I think once you show what you're made of, that first game, it kind of sets the tone the rest of the season for sure. It's amazing. This is our rival, so this is like everybody's dream here. It's the battle, who's going to be best in the state, so I think it's just a great opportunity for us. I think we have actually the best fans I've ever played for. It's just amazing to have so many people show up and really enjoy what we do. So maybe not here, but winning the Cactus Cup at their barn for sure. Yeah, I think it's everything. I think once you show what you're made of, that first game kind of sets the tone the rest of the season for sure.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the third period here at the Tucson Arena. Saturday night hockey, U of A versus ASU. Not where we wanted to be heading into the third period. I'm sure I can say that for every single one of these Wildcat fans and Wildcats on the ice. Wildcats have had their offensive opportunities, but Ham in net has just been stopping everything so far, but 20 more minutes to get something going here. To get a win in the home opener would be such an important step on setting this team in the right direction for the rest of the season. And this is definitely a situation where the Wildcats are going to have to bear down, get something done here, get a goal. Nicholas Sepinen has been great in net so far, but it's up to the rest of the Wildcats to get a goal here and get back in this game. So certainly probably some nerves on that Wildcat bench. Probably would have liked to cruise into the third period with nothing but good vibes, but Garrett, a big chance here for the Wildcats for a third period comeback.
Yeah, we definitely need to put a puck in the net here to tie it up and then move momentum into another goal. Hopefully we can get that chance.
So one thing, Wildcats power play has not been able to take advantage so far this game. A couple great opportunities, but nothing has been finished. So now Hughes in to take the face off, is able to win that one, and the Wildcats will try to get back on the attack, but it's going to be ASU doing it first. Tillman tries to skate it in. Lowell sweeps that away from him. In on Sepinen, and Fisher will come back to grab that one. Coach Berman sticking with his same lines, doesn't want to change anything up yet.
Yeah, it looks like the lines are doing pretty good here tonight. Hopefully he can get a goal in the net.
So now it's going to be Lowell. He dumps it in deep. Marchant, first one there. ASU with a pretty simple clear out of the zone there. And now it's going to be Tillman with Kylie Ram. Hughes reads that one well. Takes it away, but this crowd is just looking for something to cheer for here. Shively can't get it through to Williams. Now Hughes. Williams picks that one up, gets it over to Fisher. Now Fisher tries to go down the boards.
Fisher, great opportunity there to get the puck inside the zone, taking that hit.
So Wildcats here trying to get something sorted out, trying to get a rush going. Myers over to Chioka. Selman now. Selman tries to get a quick shot. Myers tries to tip it. Held in at the line by Busby. They'll wrap it around.
There for the change.
So now Selman, quick shot on goal, doesn't get through. Chioka with a chance out in front. He's playing down low, but ASU turns it over. Now Newman, one-on-one. They go middle. Oh, what a beautiful chance there as Gross was not able to finish it. Sepinen took the net away. Now Selman in with a chance. That one just goes high. The Wildcats have been trying to shoot high on Ham. Missed a couple over the net so far this game. Like to see some more shots against the pads. Now Walker with some space. Walker over to Chioka. Chioka, a lot of time. Quick shot, shoulder save there. ASU caught in a line change, and U of A had all the time in the world. Great keep in there by Rossi. Tries to go low to Selman. He gets buried.
Brody Selman took a pretty big hit there trying to get a shot off.
So now it's going to be Jared Overland setting it down. He takes a hit. Now they get it up through the middle to Rossi. Rossi drops it to Shetland, building out speed. Shetland tries to go wide, can't get it out into the middle.
That was a really clean breakout there by the Wildcats, getting it through the neutral zone as fast as possible.
So you got to think ASU might be somewhat comfortable trying to hold on to this one-goal lead, playing a little bit more defensive. It's going to be on the Wildcats to generate that pressure and cause a breakdown. But is ASU's pressure causing a breakdown there? And now it's Tillman, one of the goal scorers for ASU. He takes a good shot on net. He had a good amount of time there. Cosden wraps up his man, and now Shetland gets it through the middle. Rossi knocks it down, good hands. Rossi tries to create enough space to get some reinforcements, just can't get it. Now a quick shot here, Sepinen, great save. Kicks that one out, luckily not straight up the middle, but he's able to recover and make the second save on Palmer.
Yeah, Sepinen's movement from post to post there was really, really fast. That's how he got that shot opportunity. He was already lined up for that shot and got that save off.
And even though the Wildcats are down by 1 in this game, certainly no fault of Nicholas Sepinen, who has had a good game so far. A lot of pressure on him starting this game, but what he needs is that offensive reinforcement that has just not been there so far from the Wildcats.
Yeah, we definitely want to limit the 2-on-1 opportunities on Sepinen. That's never a good look.
You do not want to sell your goalie out at any time. Shively in a battle there. Josephson holding it against the wall, trying to just muscle his way through. U of A almost able to get it out, and that's a quick little offsides there. U of A might have had some room to work. So as we hold our breaths waiting for that next goal, the Wildcats here, with how much offensive talent has been added, certainly would be a shocker to see the Wildcats walk out of here tonight having only scored 1 goal. But ASU has came to play. They play up to their opponent. They know what it means to beat U of A in this building. U of A is going to have to find that motivation to make sure the Sun Devils do not get a win on home ice here on the home opener. So Tillman to Kylie Ram. Williams can't knock it down. They get it back to Kylie Ram. Ram with a great chance, and Sepinen with another great save. Sepinen really keeping the U of A in this game right now. Williams knocks it down. Hughes is with him. Marchant takes down Williams. Fisher just trying to get something middle, and that goes for a long journey well above the glass. But ASU doing a better job in terms of offensive creativity at the moment.
A lot of shot opportunities, lots of good passing going on right now. Just got to capitalize on those plays, try to get inside the house and get a shot off.
So Hughes, Williams, and Lowell will go back at it with Chioka and Busby. Hughes not able to win that one as Lundy gets to it, wraps it around. Big hit there as Butler takes one. But ASU over the blue line with some speed. Can Lowell turn it around? They try to get it to Williams. Williams touch pass to Hughes. Hughes over the blue line to Williams. Tries to go back middle. Chioka just fans on it. But now Busby over to Chioka. Chioka waits, looking for a lane. Quick shot, that one gets knocked down. A lot of bodies out in front. ASU making it hard to find lanes.
Yeah, that was great patience there by Busby, waiting for a shot opportunity, trying to get the ASU players outside of his shooting lane and get that shot off.
And that bit of pressure again is going to send another ASU player to the box. And it's going to be 8 Gross going here. So third period, down by 1, power play opportunity. Saturday night in Tucson at the TCC. What more could these players hope for except a goal? The talent is certainly out there.
2 minutes, roughing.
So Rossi with Shetland, Swigger, Selman, and Chioka. Chioka's been out there for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a crucial play right here with this face-off, trying to win it back to the defense. Get a quick shot on net, try to screen the goalie.
Possession is everything on the power play, and it's going to be Olsen trying to bank it off the boards, but Selman gets there. He's fighting for it. He does, but just gets it, unfortunately, over to Murphy instead of a Wildcat. So they'll set up once again. Chioka with it. Murphy hard on that forecheck. Now Shetland, he'll dump it in. Olsen's getting back for it. Swigger's trying to get there first, but Olsen, good job to just lift that one out of the zone. The Wildcats, minute 30 left. You got to see them at least test Ham a couple times during this power play.
Yeah, with those dump-ins, you want to make sure to get to the puck first. Otherwise, it's going to be right back in the Wildcat zone.
So Chioka back to Williams. He'll wind it up through the middle. Tries to get some space, gets through, but just loses it. And unfortunately, the Wildcats halfway through this penalty power play have not been able to really set up even one time.
ASU's really holding their blue line there, breaking the play out to the edges and pinching the Wildcats off on the boards.
So the captain, Jesse Lowell, he steams down the boards. Lowell trying to go middle, just can't hold it. 2 players on him. He's able to get it back to the line. Now Hughes. Goes down low to Williams. Hughes back to Williams. Hughes, quick shot. Lowell out in front. Just can't shovel it home. Busby tries to get the pass across, and now it's going to be Kylie Ram going back the other way. He beats Busby. Ram in, scores.
Scores 5 hole there on Sepinen. It's going to bring Arizona State 3, Wildcats 1.
So a short-handed goal, and you talk about momentum swings. ASU just outworking the U of A, plain and simple right now.
ASU looks really, really calm. They're getting good opportunities, waiting for things to arise to them, and they're capitalizing on just like that play there. Got a nice breakaway.
Kylie Ram makes a good defensive play, blocks a pass, gets on his horse, goes the other way, and beats Sepinen. So 3-1 now. I mean, Wildcats still have
ASU
30
goal
seconds.
number 13, Kylie Ram.
So now Chioka over to Shetland. Shetland, he can't hold on to the puck. Chioka tries to follow up. No one can. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. The Wildcats really a lost opportunity here. Not only can you not tie the game, but you go down by another. Still a lot of time left, but the Wildcats have to get something going here. Chioka tries to hold it in, just can't do it. Now Swigger. Chioka up the middle to Swigger.
Great pass there to Swigger.
But just not enough support. Marchant just steals the puck away from him, and with how many penalties we've seen go the way of ASU, refs are going to be looking for the U of A to make any mistake, and going back on another penalty kill. Every minute of this third period is so important. That one's going to just bounce out of play just off the glass.
It looks like the Wildcats are a little flat-footed here. Hopefully we can pick up the intensity.
Stick around after the game to hear from Coach Berman and the player of the game.
So happy to see the turnout here at the TCC tonight. I know these Wildcats on the ice wanted to put on a show. Things have not quite gone to plan so far, but a lot of room for a dramatic comeback here in the third period. If the Wildcats can really just get to work, and Jesse Lowell gets right to work, throws another big hit, but a chance out in front. That's broken up. Can the Wildcats do something with it? Now Lowell, middle to Williams. Williams 3-6 in the lane though. You can see every time Williams gets the puck, ASU just collapsing on him so quickly. Williams around the back of the net, trying to create some space back to the point. Now a quick shot there. That one's bobbling around. Lowell just can't finish it off. Lowell gets pushed on top of the ASU goalie.
That was a great shot there by Cosden.
So at least an offensive opportunity there for the Wildcats as the minutes tick down.
Yeah, Williams really taking advantage of the offensive game here, bringing the puck around, trying to create space in the offensive zone, creating plays.
Coming into this game, everyone, including ASU, knows how dangerous Brendan Williams is. They've been really focusing on taking time and space away from him, but in terms of just room to maneuver with the puck, the ASU has had a lot of sticks in the lanes and not made anything easy for the U of A. And ASU's just been incredibly opportunistic. Shorthanded breakaway goal on their first power play. Wildcats need to do the same here. Fisher, you can see how quickly the ASU forward just comes out to attack Fisher at the blue line. No time and space to move with it. Now over the line is Butler. He holds, gets one over the back of the net, so Selman will pick it up. Selman tries to feed Myers just in front of him.
Great defensive play there by John Shively.
Shively tries to get it to Myers. Myers can't poke it in far enough. Tillman now for ASU, one of the goal scorers. He tries to go down the boards. Good job by Fisher. Shively in support. Rossi has to jump up to get that one. Can't get it out of the zone. 11-14 left to go in the third period. Wish it was the first period in some ways.
Shively and Fisher are really showing some chemistry here as a pair, doing the nice D-to-D passes, getting the play up into the neutral zone.
You really want to see the Wildcats, no matter what, finish these last 10 minutes fighting. This is your home opener on your ice against ASU. You've got to make them pay for every little bit of this last 10 minutes. So I think the body language The intensity of the U of A will really kind of show what this team's going to be made of over the course of a full season, because adversity is going to happen. Rossi, chance out in front, can't get it. Shetland tries to follow up, and I think Rossi just didn't realize quite how much time he had there.
Chase Ham with a really quick save there, making sure there wasn't another opportunity for the Wildcats to get that puck in the net.
He's been good in goal tonight. Not the tallest goalie in the world, as you can see. Doesn't exactly come over that post by much, but he has been a brick wall for ASU since that first goal went in early.
There's a lot of movement in the crease there, making sure he lines up to the puck. Has a quick glove.
So Shetland in to take the face-off against Kennedy. Wildcats win the face-off. Now Walker, quick shot, that one gets through, but Ham stops it. Rebound, Ham stops that one too. Rossi trying to poke it free.
Ham again with the quick hands on the glove, making sure that puck doesn't squirt out into the house and have Wildcats get an opportunity.
Yeah, not a lot of rebounds coming there whatsoever.
And he's really good at pad control, making sure it bounces out in a specific location on the ice.
Shetland not able to win that one as Lundy wraps around the boards. Chioka tries to get there. Rossi keeps it in. Now Walker with a chance. Walker down low, and Chioka just cannot get that puck on net. So many close chances in the U of A. Now Walker can't drag that one through to get a shot. ASU is going to go the other way. Good job knocked down there by Rossi, even if it was with a high stick. Certainly take that play anytime, or Boyer might have been gone. So the Wildcats turning up the intensity a tiny bit, but Ham just not giving anything.
A lot of great shot opportunities here. Hopefully we can get one in the net.
It's going to have to be a big push here from the Wildcats. You're already down by 2. Losing by 3 isn't going to hurt you much more. So maybe time to take some offensive chances. Just some simpler plays. The Wildcats have so much talent, and I think it's just distracting them from just getting shots on net and testing Ham from more and more angles and opportunities.
And it looks like the Wildcat defense is kind of hanging back a little bit, making sure that we don't get the odd man rushes.
Quick shot there, that one. Good job, Lusby's there, not a Sun Devil, or he would have had a wide open net. Shetland trying to force Gross off the puck. ASU working the point. Quick shot, glove saved by Sepinen.
Looks like Sepinen saw that all the way from the point in that quick glove save and stoppage of play.
Sepinen's definitely been the busier of the 2 goalies. 9:38 left to go in the third period. Some dramatic, feels like quite dramatic moments here. This Tucson crowd has been looking forward to this game for a while. We all have, and so have the players. And this is not the start to the season the Wildcats were hoping for, but still plenty of time to turn that around. Williams tries to dump it through the middle, can't get it out. Held in by his opposing number 8, Gross. They go back to the slot. That one doesn't quite connect. Now Hughes tries to get it over to Williams, but read well by Gross. Nowhere to go with it. Marchand.
Looks like the physicality of this game is kind of slowing down a little bit here.
As players maybe get a little bit more careful. You know, if you miss a check, you're going to be way out of position. Those big hits are fun early in the game, but if you lose coverage trying to go for one, it's not going to help out anybody.
Yeah, both teams are a lot more defensively sound right now. Kind of holding back, waiting for a play to come out.
Well, especially now with ASU up by 2, they probably are feeling no real pressure to push the attack too much. They can just kind of sit back, play their game, and force the U of A to come to them. But now it's Kylie Ram back to the point. Quick shot, good block there by Shively. So now Fisher with it. He just pokes that one straight up the ice.
And ASU is playing a really stretched out game here. They have 3 players in the neutral zone waiting for a pass, and they're kind of circling around, getting pass opportunities, trying to get open.
And now Shively in a 2-on-1 as the Wildcats look to break it out as the clock ticks down here with a 2-goal deficit. Now Myers, he can't gain enough speed either. Good job by Tillman to break that up. Now Myers over to Hughes. Hughes, too many sticks in front of that.
We got a penalty here on U of A.
So now with 7:54 left to go, the Wildcats are going to go on the penalty kill.
Justin Hughes is going in the box here.
Well, it also looks like the ASU player is going for a matching one too, so luckily the Wildcats won't be on the penalty kill. It's going to be number 18, White, for ASU.
Got holding for Justin Hughes, or
hooking?
Hooking for Justin Hughes. Couldn't see the other player there in the box.
So that was number 18 and White for ASU.
And it looks like he's got the holding there.
So we're going to go back to 4-on-4, 7:54 left to go.
It's a great opportunity for the Wildcats, having the ice stretch out a little bit. We only have 4 players on the ice. Trying to get more passes going, pick up the speed.
And again, Olsen and Marchant back out there as a pair. They eat up a lot of minutes for this ASU team.
Arizona penalty on number 9, Justin Hughes, 2 minutes for hooking.
Now Marchant goes back to the point to Olsen.
ASU penalty number
quick
18,
shot, Sepinen
Trenton
saves
White,
that.
2 minutes for
Chioka,
holding.
little bit of a patient move, gets it up to Selman. He tries to wait for some backup. Coming in is Swigger. He can't get a shot away.
Now it looks like we're trying to get a little too fancy here in the house. ASU's doing a great job of keeping their sticks live, poking the puck out of the Wildcats' hands.
Olsen and Marchant have certainly been a big part of the defensive shutdown for the U of A so far, for the ASU so far, and shutting down the U of A.
Yeah, they have great body position, active sticks, really pushing the Wildcats into the boards.
So now Shetland will come out with Walker, with Busby and Chioka on the back end.
Busby and Chioka have had a lot of playing time tonight.
Yeah, 2 defensemen that are definitely expected to eat up minutes for Chad Berman's Arizona Wildcats. So Walker working with Shetland behind the net, but Olsen comes away with it. Tries to feed it middle. Busby cuts it off.
Great recognition there by Busby, seeing where the puck is going to be and also protecting his body.
And I think Busby thought Walker was still going to be over there on the far boards, but he had vacated that spot. And the ASU team is happy to just wait for as long as U of A will give them. They're in no rush.
Getting a quick line change there for ASU.
So now Butler over the line for ASU. Overland shadowing him. Butler, great opportunity, and Sepinen has to make another huge save. Nicholas Sepinen, probably the star of the game right now for the Wildcats, as Walker tries to break it out. Walker with Overland. Walker, little spin move to get some space. Waits. Fisher comes and picks it up. Fisher tries to go middle, but Myers is just completely tied up. Can't get anything on it.
Yeah, Overland's doing a great job here, getting into the offensive zone. Even though he's defenseman, he's very offensive. Getting into that play where the action is.
So now Butler gets it over to Gross. Gross gets taken down, and that's going to be a tripping call.
That was his own stick from the ASU player. I think he's still going to be going to the box.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I understand we don't have video review and stuff like that, but that's an ASU player stick. Walker still had his stick in his hands. So for the refs to throw a penalty in with 6 minutes left in the third period is not great. I'm going to put it that way. That's not great.
In 13
Arizona
seconds.
penalty number 16, Dylan Walker, 2 minutes for tripping. We will now go on a Hogan Transportation power play.
So Wildcats now really up against it. Down 2 goals in the third period.
Yeah, it's going to be 4-on-3 for another 13 seconds, and it's going to go to 5-on-4. ASU is going to be on the power play.
So now Tillman back to Marchant. Tillman, quick shot, great block there by Cosden.
Yeah, Wildcats are doing a great job keeping that triangle, making sure the puck is staying out of the house, keeping it on the corners.
Quick shot and a goal. Robinson with all the time in the world. And ASU is going to make that 4-1.
Yeah, you definitely want to watch those cross passes there in the slot. It's pretty hard for Sepinen to read that play.
Yeah, he was absolutely sold out. Robinson had way too much time and space there. The only thing you can hope for the Wildcats is that was scored after it was expired, so they can go back to 5-on-5, and they will. So the University of Arizona with a tough start to this season, down 4-1 against ASU in the season home opener. We'll be back at it next weekend against Utah, though, folks. September
ASU
29th
goal,
and 30th.
number 71, Ryan Robertson.
Both games
Assist,
at 7:30
number
p.m.
13, Tyler Kylie Ram.
So Jesse Lowell will give the fans something to cheer about, but unfortunately it's a hit and not a goal.
Looks like U of A is getting their frustration out a little bit here. Make sure you don't want to drag another penalty.
Yeah, this is absolutely not a situation the Wildcats hope to find themselves in.
4-1 with 5 minutes remaining in the third period.
The Wildcats here trying to get something going. Lowell, the captain, he's still willing to throw the body, but the Wildcats need to find a way to score.
Yeah, Jesse Lowell is definitely a pace setter. He's trying to get his players to pick up the intensity here.
So much excitement surrounding this game, and unfortunately the Wildcats have just not had it go their way so far tonight. Now over the line, Williams tries to feed it through. Myers with a chance, Ham with a save there. Puck still loose, Williams trying to get in there, he can't get it. Selman tries to throw a hit. This one's gonna come all the way down for icing.
Yeah, the Wildcats need to pick up their pace here to get another goal.
Puck winner
So Wildcat fans, thank you for joining us for the first live stream of the season. We will be back for every home game. Check our schedule on our website for those. If you can join us down at the TCC for a live game, please do. We certainly hope it goes better than this one. But then again, 4:27 left. Anything could happen. It's just I do think that the Wildcats expected to come out with a much hotter offensive start. You see Tristan Swigger score that goal early, and when ASU came back and tied it, U of A has just not had an answer for Ham all game long. Shorthanded goal by ASU, 2 power play goals by ASU, special teams has just definitely been the issue for the Wildcats tonight. And you can make all the excuses you want about it being the first game of the season, but it's the first game for this ASU team too. And as much as it hurts to say, it looks like ASU just came a bit readier tonight to play.
Yeah, the Wildcats have a lot of new add-ons, and I think they're still trying to find the line placement and where they want to put the players. Berman might have a little bit of work to do to match up the lines to make sure all of these guys have the same decision making.
Yeah, we'll see next weekend if Coach Berman makes any changes to the lines, to the roster, any guys come in or go out, or you just stick with the same thing and trust the system will develop. Now Swigger, he tries to get a quick shot off, can't get it through. Busby, quick shot on net. Ham was able to grab that immediately, and here we go.
Fumes are running a little hot here towards the end of the third period.
Just don't want to see any injuries or game suspensions this late.
It's never a good sign when you see a helmet off.
So we'll figure out here what exactly the penalties will be. I'm guessing Swigger is going to be done for the night. He's going to be sent off the ice. We'll see if a matching ASU player goes too. So Swigger is going straight down the tunnel. So it's going to be Marchant going to the box. We'll see if a Wildcat will go in to serve the penalty for Swigger, or if it's going to be a power play for the U of A.
And just a reminder, the first 200 students that come in get free tickets or free admission to the game, and we'd love to pack the student section here. Love the support from our university.
Yeah, the more students we can get in here, the better student section, the better. First 200 students with a CAT card get in free. And the student section has been great tonight, obviously based on the score, number of fans leaving a little bit early, but hopefully we'll be able to put on a product where they stay with us a little bit longer in the future.
Have both captains consulting with the ref here.
So Marchant will be sent off as well. You gotta feel like he feels like his job is done though.
Yeah, Marchant was a very crucial player here in this game. Very sound defenseman. Gets a lot of great shot opportunities, sets up plays.
He put up a lot of minutes tonight, him and Olsen, big part of shutting down U of A's offense. So we will get ready to drop the puck here with 4:20 left in the third period. Don't see anything up on the board in terms of power play or penalty kill yet, so we might be going 5-on-5 here.
I think the refs are just trying to get this game to keep moving here.
Now the U of A getting ready. Take the face-off in the ASU zone.
So it looks like Newman's going to be serving a penalty here.
So the Wildcats will be going on a 2-minute power play here, down 3 with 4 minutes left to go. Perhaps a quick goal here could really possibly start something special. But 4 minutes and 20 seconds, not a lot of time.
Yeah, being 3 goals behind with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left, it's not an impossible feat.
So Hughes will come in to take the face-off. Kruk, though, able to bring it around the boards, and that gets all the way out.
Looks like Sepinen's going to cover the puck here.
So now Busby behind the net. He'll look to break it out with some speed. Busby over to Lowell. Lowell tries to go through his man. And that's not the best place for a ref to be on a power play rush, I will say. Especially with Jesse Lowell coming down the boards like that, but now maybe a chance here for Walker. Walker back to Lowell. Lowell with a quick shot.
It gets
Sticks in
deflected
the lane,
up.
and that one gets blocked out of the zone too. So 1:30 left to go on the power play. Wildcats trying to find a semblance of success on the power play. Special teams have been a real problem so far tonight. So now Shetland wins it back. Chioka with a quick shot. That one doesn't get through either. ASU has done a really good job of blocking shots.
Yeah, Wildcats having a little bit of a difficult time getting those shots through the pads.
All right, now Chioka trying to wind it up. Shetland with a lot of speed over the blue line. He's going to go all the way behind the net. Back to Chioka. Chioka over to Selman, back to Chioka, over to Myers. And even just from this angle up here, there's not a lot to shoot at. Quick shot, puck out in front, not able to clean up the garbage. And ASU will get that all the way down. 42 seconds left to go. Now Myers over the line, tries to drop it back, and that was read all the way by Kylie Ram as he breaks that up. Kylie Ram had that shorthanded goal that really kind of put the dagger in the Wildcats, it felt like. So now 22 seconds left to go as Williams winds it up. Drops it back to Walker. Walker, nice little move there to get into the zone. Walker holds, tries to go out in front. Quick shot and they score. Jesse Lowell gives the Wildcats a chance, and the ASU trying to spoil the celebration. They'll get him out of there. So Jesse Lowell with a great goal. Sorry for my lack of enthusiasm there, folks. It's just there's still a long way to go, but that could be the start right there. That's the power play setup we really needed to see all game. And the Wildcats with 2:28 left finally get it done.
Dylan Walker with a great pass right through the slot over to Jesse Lowell with an open net.
Dylan Walker using those magic hands to set up that play. So 2:28 left.
Assist number 16, Dylan Walker.
So now the Wildcats will look for 2 minutes of straight pushing. Shively Tries to get it in, knocked down there. Tillman can't get it out of the zone, but Ram in support. Now Tillman can.
That goal definitely fired up the crowd a little bit here.
It's the first thing they've had to cheer for in almost 60 minutes of hockey, as Swigger scored so early in this game. And now the Wildcats have got to try to build off of that momentum with only 2 minutes left and 2 goals to score. Myers blocks that one. Not able to get a handle on it, though, as ASU keeps possession. Rossi can't scooch that one away. That was Malco. Now behind the net, trying to feed it up the middle. Actually, they do get it to Selman. He gets wrapped up a little bit, but now Fisher with a chance. That one gets deflected wide.
Great step up there by Fisher getting into the play.
Minute 30 left to go. Dangle there, but a diving play to break up that.
Overland with the active stick saved that play there. Knocked the stick, or knocked the puck out wide.
Only a minute 18 left to go. Minute 10 now. Wildcats down by 2. I don't think they have time to wait right now. As much as you want to get that set up, it's just unfortunately now Lowell trying to get it in, can't get it deep. Final minute of the period. U of A down by 2. Dishes in deep. Overland will chase it down with Lowell. They get there first. Can they get possession? ASU first to the puck. And they get that out just enough. 36 seconds left to go. Now Chioka over to Williams. Chioka trying to fight through. Off the boards and out. 23 seconds to go. That one will go for icing, so the Wildcats will have an interesting 20 seconds to work with, but at the end of the day, you got to think the 59 minutes that preceded this have got to be cleaned up going forward for the Wildcats.
Looks like we're going to be playing a little bit of 6-on-5. Seppinen heads to the box, or to the
bench.
To the bench.
It's definitely worth getting that extra attacker right now. Can't hurt you. Just with 20 seconds left, it's really hard to imagine even a quick goal and then any time to get back into the zone to tie this game. So if anything, there's a lot to work on. I'm sure the practices this week might not be very fun for the players. But Coach Berman believes in his system. He believes in this group. You're not going to win every game. But the home opener against ASU, any U of A fan would be lying if they said this doesn't hurt.
Yeah, Coach Berman is a very passionate coach. He's definitely going to instill values in him, or in the players this week, making sure they understand that they're here to win.
This team comes into the season with national championship aspirations, vying for a chance at that national title, and you need to beat your home. You need to beat your state rival at home if you're going to be a championship quality team. So. Didn't go their way tonight, but there will be more chances against ASU this season without a doubt, but not the start the Wildcats were looking for here. Hughes takes the face-off. Olsen all the way around. That'll go for icing. So with every icing, with every second off the clock, ASU closer to winning. It's definitely going to hurt to see their celebration after this game, but the Wildcats hopefully get a bit angry about this loss. They come back against Utah next weekend with something to prove that this is not the best hockey that they can play. I certainly don't think it is from watching them and knowing this group. And I've got to think for them, they agree with that too.
It's going to go down for another icing. They waved it off here.
Gets beat out there. Good hustle from Murphy, and that will do it for the home opener as ASU takes it 2-4.
Yeah,
so
Chase Ham with a great game there, playing very, very sound inside the net.
So
didn't let any opportunities go into.
So credit where credit's due. ASU played a good hockey game. Wildcats want to make sure this does not happen again on home ice. Sebastian Janik with Garrett Kane. Join us next week, Friday and Saturday night, for the games against Utah. This is Arizona Hockey.